This video is about how to do DEF CON. Hacker Summercamp is coming up. Thank you, Mr. Ramsbey. Super cool, super helpful, super all the good things. So it made me reflect on my first DEF CON, which was DEF CON 26. It made me think about my first experience at DEF CON and what I wish I knew when I went again. It is based on my experience from years ago, but I'm pretty confident that a lot of tips that I give will be relevant still today. So, if you're going to DEF CON, you're going to Hacker Summercamp, this is for you.
You are listening to Dangerous Synergy.
Right, back where it all started. Main road, selfie camera, old as iPhone 12. Right, so what's this about? So, actually had an idea now. This is skew as heck. Let me see if I can straighten it while I drive. That's more level, I think. Is my heat in there? Yes, okay. So, Hacker Summercamp is coming up. Thank you, Mr. Ramsbey. I came across recently, been chatting to him a bit here and there on LinkedIn. Super cool, super helpful, super all the good things. What are we doing? Oh, here's our first road rage incident. Just go. Literally the same place I had my second road rage incident, almost had my first of today. So, I saw a video now, he talked about all the things he's doing at DEF CON. I myself have been to DEF CON, or to Summer Camp, Hacker Summer Camp. And it gave me an idea. So I'm going to tag him in this, check out his video. I'll tag his video and then you can see where he's going to be. Definitely do meet up with him and all the other peoples. So it made me reflect on my first DEF CON, which was DEF CON 26. I think it was 26. Might have been DEF CON 28. I'll have to check. Really good start to the video. So it made me think about my first experience at DEF CON and what I wish I knew when I went again. I've got a really fun traumatic story about the second time I went to DEF CON. So I'll give you a little hint. I was on my way to DEF CON, but I didn't attend. I didn't even get to Vegas. But I'll talk about that another day when I feel more comfortable. Maybe in about 4 years, who knows. So this video is about how to do DEF CON. It is based on my experience from years ago, but I'm pretty confident that a lot of tips that I give will be relevant still today. So, if you're going to DEF CON, you're going to Hacker Summercamp, this is for you. If it's not, I guess move on. I think I can highlight why it's an awesome thing to go to, so I can talk about what it's about, and then we get into it. So very briefly, DEF CON. If I get half of this wrong, you know, forgive me, for I'm a human. Right, so DEF CON. What is DEF CON? DEF CON is probably one of the world's biggest hacker conferences. It's about 5 days long and it's in Las Vegas. It was started off by a guy called DT, Dark Tangent, Jeff Moss. And basically, if I remember the story correctly, there's a long documentary on YouTube about it. And there's an even longer documentary, I think by Jack Daniel, about the thing that got people inspired to do DEF CON. But basically, Jeff Moss ran a BBS, right, for hackers and whatnot, right? And I think BBS technology was getting like phased out, and he was like, he had become deep friends with a lot of these people, and he'd never met them, which is so true for pretty much all things cybersecurity. So I think when they decided to shut down the BBS for whatever reason, like I said, I think it was, let's call it technology replacement. I think this is probably a super bad place to stop. Maybe I'll just keep driving. Right. So they said, hey, why don't we all get together somewhere, right? Let's get together. Let's get together somewhere, have a couple drinks, and just, I don't know, enjoy life, enjoy each other, meet each other, all this stuff. So they did this at a hotel called the Alexis Park. There's still a lot of tradition stooped in the Alexis Park. Someone steals the entry carpet every year and then takes it to DEF CON. It's like a whole thing. It's culture. So these people show up. They all showed up at a given date and time in Vegas. They had a couple talks. They had a lot of drinks. They had a lot of fun. And I believe at the end of it, they were all sort of done. And they thought, this was fun. Maybe we should do this again. And then they did another one and another one. And fast forward to 2025, DEF CON 33. Now, somewhere along the lines, another conference was started, which I believe, I don't know if Jeff Moss was behind it from the start, but another conference started called Black Hat. Now you get Black Hat in Las Vegas, you get Black Hat in Asia, in the UK. It's like, maybe I can start Black Hat Africa one day, who knows? If you're listening, I'd love to do that. So, Black Hat started. Black Hat is a more vendor-orientated, commercial type conference. It's got some really solid talks at it. People dropping O-days and big research they've done. There's also Black Hat Arsenal, which is a big deal. People dropping new wares. And through all of this, another little conference started, which is very near and dear to my heart. B-sides, or security B-sides. It came from a vast amount of talks getting rejected, not because they weren't good, but because there's just so many of them, right? So security B-sides, like the B-side of a tape, was started. So what happens now is, how to best explain it without putting a graphic up, maybe you put a graphic up, is basically DEF CON and Black Hat are consecutive. So they're like this, right? So it's Black Hat and then DEF CON. So first Black Hat, then DEF CON. And before Black Hat, they have Black Hat trainings. Friends of mine are doing some trainings there. Orange Cyber Defense, do check them out. I think it's like hacking fundamentals and some Wi-Fi stuff. Do check it out. So it's Black Hat and DEF CON. And straddling Black Hat and DEF CON, the last day of DEF CON, last day of Black Hat, first day of DEF CON is B-Sides Las Vegas. Now, I can't tell you anything about B-Sides Las Vegas because I haven't attended. I was meant to volunteer there the 1 year. That was the year with a secret that I'm not going to tell you about now. I tried to volunteer the year before when I found out about B-Sides Vegas. I put my name out there and they weren't interested in me. I guess I wasn't too good of a security recruiter then to get involved with a career village. But it was also late, and me as a B-Sides organizer, I can fully understand that. I'm gonna stop here. There's a little park. It's probably gonna be less chaotic. Let's see. Let me just stop here. Things beautiful. We at the park. Yeah, screw it. That'll do. Next to the graveyard. All right. So, Black Hat, DEF CON, and then B-sides is like this. 2 days, one day. And it's super fun, and it's called Hacker Summercamp. Now, during this conference, there's a lot of stuff that happens. So you have the DEF CON main stages, track 1, track 2. I don't know how many tracks. I think when I was there was 5 tracks. And then another big thing is they have DEF CON villages. When I was there, at DEF CON, we're still going to figure out DEF CON 26, DEF CON 28. I went to the Red Team Village. I went to the Biohacking Village. Veronica Schmidt, friend of mine, Poison Pixie, she gave a talk there. I went to a new village, VetCon. Loved it. I've sold so many people. I said to them, the VetCon village / party I went to was the worst village and party I went to, and that's what made it the best. It was so like military insider jokes. It was unreal. I also thought it's only for veterans, and then I realized more about DEF CON. So I put the only one. So everyone came. I got a really cool challenge coin. I got a t-shirt that made no sense to me up until I gave it to my dad, who's also a veteran, and 2 years later I looked at his back and I was like, oh, mash, makes sense. I went to Toxic Barbecue. I volunteered for that the next year, but didn't get to DEF CON, which I've mentioned before. So there's a lot of things going on. There's a Lockpicking Village. There's a Lockpicking Village. There's a new village this year, which is something I've learned, which is super exciting. The 1 year I volunteered with DEF CON Safe Mode, but it was online, and I helped with the Career Hacking Village, helping people with resumes, doing talks about getting jobs in cyber. I need to slow down. There's a lot going on. Now, when I was there, Black Hat was at Mandalay Bay. Besides Vegas was at a small hotel, or smaller hotel. And DEF CON was at Caesars. I think it was just at Caesars. Now, outside of all of this, some of the companies, like HackerOne, they rent like an entire like hotel or a side of a hotel. There's a lot going on. And I remember doing DEF CON and loving it, being tired as heck. But at the end of it, I was like, I can't wait to do this again, but I'm going to do this totally different. So the first thing, and I have to quote someone I met at a conference before this. So when I went to the United States to attend DEF CON, once again, I think it was 26. It's probably 28. Running joke for this video. I went to a conference called Tour Camp. So it's TourCon, but it's camping in Orcas Island in Doe Bay. Met some amazing people. I realized somewhere this year that I actually met Darknet Diaries. I had met I actually realized recently when I was scrolling YouTube, I was trying to show someone about what Tour Camp looks like, and it's in a video I found by Jack Resider from Darknet Diaries. I was like, I actually met Jack Resider at Tour Camp, and I didn't know about it. But while I was at Tour Camp, it's like a five day thing. There was this Canadian guy coming next to us, Ambrose, and I was there with 2 of my friends, people I work with, and we saw Ambrose camping there, and he was super nice. And we're like, who are you here with? He's like, no, man, I just came on my own. I was like, that's a bit crazy. He goes, no, it's not. He's like, I'm here with 300 of my best friends. And I think that was such a big hit for me as far as the security culture goes. But it was true. And Ambrose gave me the best advice without realizing it, I think. But he never spent longer than sort of 5 to 10 minutes with us. We'd have like a really cool, deep conversation, talk about something fun, have a drink, and then you go, okay, friends, I'll catch you later. I'm gonna go explore a little bit more. And I'm the kind of person that when I build a deep connection with someone, I tend to I want to soak it all up. And 2.5 months later, whatnot, I'm at DEF CON and I bump into Ambrose. And I thought, we got so close at Tour Camp. Oh man, I've got Ambrose. We're gonna have dinner, we're gonna have drinks, we're gonna, whatever. And Ambrose probably spoke to me for 5 minutes, probably. Maybe 10. Asked how it was, how's the conference, whatever, got any talks, whatnot. And then he just like, Angus, bro, so good to see you. I'm going to go make some more friends. And then he walked off. And if there was one bit of advice you could take from all of this, I should probably not shout. It is, and it sounds counterintuitive, you're going to have video calls after DEF CON. You're going to have phone calls. You're going to have DMs and people following you on X and Blue Sky and Mastodon and emails and whatever, right? If you really connect with someone, do whatever you want. But Ambrose was right. You need to capitalize on the opportunity that you have at DEF CON. All Black Hat, all B-sides. Try not to spend too much of your time with the same person. I'll be honest, and if you're watching this, sorry, bro, but you also know, I spend most of my time with Rusty Shackleford. He had been there before, I believe, so I thought, like, he kind of knows where to go, so I'll just follow him. And I still had an amazing time, like, a really good time. I got so many badges from him. But I realized after, I should have done my own thing, made my own time, and sort of met with more people, had these short conversations and tried to do, as many as I could. So that is the key thing, I would say. Now, I'm starting off with the best advice and working my way backwards, I guess. But I think the next piece of advice I would give is try plan your time as best as you can. I wouldn't necessarily hope for things to improve. If you're at a party and you're a bit tired and you're like, I hope this gets better, rather go have a nap and then get back to it. I was at a party somewhere on some roof and I was a bit like, I'm sure something's gonna happen, and I ended up staying till 4 in the morning. I was tired, and in the end, like, I got to sleep really late and I got up even later. And yeah, I messed up there. I think someone's walking past. Where is he now? Is he crawling up on me? Is he a sniper? He's literally in my blind spot. I don't know where he is. Anyway, so that's a big thing. Try plan your thing. Now, I think if you're hi guys,
welcome to my channel.
Welcome to my channel. Please like and subscribe.
Please like, share and subscribe.
So,
Ja, reg gevaarlik.
man, rustig. This is going in the bloopers. So I went to record the video earlier, having a good riff, and then phone died, and then I put it on charge. Oh, this thing's in the way. What is this? Like a bowl sack.
No, it makes the car smell nice.
I was making the video.
Is this how you drive when you make videos?
No, I'm just distracted because you're here. Like my biggest.
You're not even driving on
my
the right
worst
side of
fan
the road.
is here. Jeez. No, I was making the video, all good in the hood. I looked a bit sus where I was parked, and then what happened? Oh, my phone died, and then I plugged it into charge, and it went on, and then you sent me a message, and then I replied to that, and
Your fans? Me? Oh.
My wife, who will go unnamed. This guy's going very fast though. And then my charger wouldn't work. So after half an hour of sitting there moping about, I had to go home. So here we are again, like 3 hours later. So I was talking about like how how to do DEF CON. If I had to do DEF CON again, which I don't think will ever happen, for reasons I'll get into another day, how would I do DEF CON? So I was talking about Ambrose and not spending more than 10 minutes with someone. I was talking about planning ahead. Yes, I was talking about planning ahead. So you can go to a lot of talks. I would suggest support the people you like, go watch their talks. If you go to a talk at a village, you've got to get there early. Sometimes if it's a hot thing, hot subject, you have to get there hours before. And line con, right? Or lobby con, whichever way you take your tea.
With cookies.
I literally attended, I think, 3 talks. The one talk was really cool. Made no sense to me. Can I tell you what it's about? No, I can't. It was just too much. It was about algorithms.
It was the go with the hot thing.
See, you wanna, yes, go with the hot thing. Veronica Schmidt, Pixie, Poison Pixie. I already spoke about that. You wanna be in this video? Come, let's do it. Come.
I do not.
Come.
No, thank you.
Okay. No,
that is yours.
But people love it.
You just drive.
People ask me, Charles, do you have a really good-looking wife? And I go, hell's yeah.
How do you get?
Oh man, this is gonna be a mission to edit, love.
I won't talk anymore.
No. Right. So as we were saying, plan ahead. I didn't go to that many talks because most of the talks are released on YouTube. So you can skip a lot of the talks. You can just watch them on YouTube. Now, I don't know if they do Sky Talks anymore. These were unrecorded talks. Those talks were well worth going to. But last I heard, they don't do it anymore. I am unsure at this time. The next thing, which this one brought up when she got home from work, is if we had to do DEF CON again, we would take a lot more money with us. So I can be very frugal. I spent a bit of money on swag. I bought a pin and I bought a DEF CON t-shirt that didn't fit me. I bought another DEF CON t-shirt that fitted me. Bought a Metasploit t-shirt. A lot of t-shirts are not that great quality, but maybe they've improved that.
But you're also in Vegas. When are you going to
You're also in Vegas, yes.
When are you going to be in Vegas again in your life? So do the Vegas things.
Oh, just be in the video.
I don't want to be in the video.
You want to be in the
No,
video?
I don't want to be in the video. I've got a friend on my channel.
Okay. And I'm a chunky monkey. We've both got things going for us. So, I would take more money. DEF CON itself was quite expensive when I was there. I think it was $320 and you get a badge. I still think it's the best badge I've ever done.
Heavy as shit.
But then again, what do I know? My daughter loves it. But eating, hella expensive. We stayed in a house, which was, you're not supposed to. There's a rule about short-term tenancy, less than 30 days has to be in a hotel. It's a Vegas thing anyway. So I used to eat at home or take pack lunches. If not, Mickey D's is always cheap and cheerful, obviously not healthy.
White Castle.
My wife went to White Castle, said it was not great. There's a buffet there, but it's like, oh, man, it was something out of this world. It was like $40 for a buffet. I did not have that kind of cash flow. So think ahead, plan ahead, buy a loaf of bread, some cheese, and make some sandwiches while you're there. Or go to parties where they have food. I remember Hacker One had food. I felt too guilty to touch it. That was a big thing. And yes, as the one that goes unnamed said, you're in Vegas. I don't think we did anything Vegas-y. We took the Suburban, which we rented, and we drove down the strip a few times. I did that listening to some very not good music.
We ate at thingies. They had trash
We
can
ate at
lunches.
Guy Fieri's, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was money well spent. Colleagues of mine got married.
We're almost there.
Turns out not officially, but anyway. What is the other thing you mentioned? Other thing I would mention is when in Rome, So you're in Vegas and you're at DEF CON. There's a lot of very cool parties. I went to the 303 party, which was by Sky Talks. Someone was deeply offended about the t-shirt I wore. I wore a t-shirt that says, "You are being watched," correct? Someone found that very offensive. I went to the Toxic Barbecue, which was super fun.
You went to VetCon?
I went to VetCon. I've talked about that earlier. It was the worst party I've ever been to, and that meant it was so good. So plan ahead. There's DEF CON shoot. There's all sorts of parties going on. There's parties that'll happen on a wing and a prayer. But plan ahead. And try do Vegas-y things. I don't know what. Take a photo at the sign. There's photographers that take photos there. We just took a photo. It wasn't super great. What, are we going to turn?
No. I remember we did that as well. Stood in a line for 2 hours.
You stood in a line and you take a really substandard photo. Maybe just pay a photographer. Or just burning diesel on the YouTube dime. If you're going with your partner, don't just leave them. I think I lost my wife at some point. And then when I found her again, you were in the Lockpicking Village.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was fun. And she learned to lockpick, and then she taught me to lockpick, and then we were lockpickers. I have to highly recommend the Lockpicking Village. If it's still there, which I believe it is, they don't just do lockpicking, they do like how to open security seals, and like you can learn more there about physical hacking than any other place.
And everyone's really nice there. They're very helpful.
Yes.
And they're very community like.
Yes. Also, next thing, stickers. Take stickers with. You're going to get a lot of stickers there from random people. You're going to find stickers lying around. I found this one sticker. It looks super cool, super interesting. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put this on my laptop. And someone laughed and goes, "Where'd you get that sticker?" And I said, "I just found it." And then they said, "You know what that is, right?" I was like, "No, it's just a sticker." And they were like, "That's Goatsy." And then they explained to me what Goatsy is. I won't tell you. You can Google it yourself. And so I decided not to use that sticker.
Shots are huge. The shots.
Oh, shots. No, but that's a South African thing. Americans have very big shots. I don't understand it, but the shots are very big.
Booze are expensive.
Where did you have a shot?
By the bar in Caesars.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
with the
and
South Africans.
When we were playing, yeah, with the other South Africans.
Yes.
How do you spot another South African?
You say the
They drop the P.
You say the P word.
It's like, hey.
Pudding.
Pudding.
Yeah, I think the other thing is, the golden rule of DEF CON is 3, 2, 1. Have a minimum of 3 hours sleep, 2 meals and 1 shower. No one likes BO. Don't be that person.
It's very hot. It's very hot during DEF CON.
It's very hot during DEF CON.
You should shower twice.
Freshen up. You should be in my YouTube videos. Just wear a mask. I'm gonna go up here. I'm just burning diesel here. This video is a mess, but it's fine. The other big rule is get good socks and get comfortable shoes. Don't wear flip-flops. Bad idea. I wore Merrells, which got me through that conference. But get good walking. You are going to walk kilometers.
Yeah, we did a lot of steps.
Another thing, this is based on a story. I'm standing outside Caesars. I'm on my way to go to a party with, I think, RSA. And I thought this is just like a, meet and greet, couple beers, high five, hack all the things. And I went there in shorts and t-shirt. I was flustered from walking all day. And I had this massive backpack filled with t-shirts and about 6 badges hanging off it. And I walked into this restaurant and there's people mid-talk in suits and ties and collared shirts. And yeah, I literally looked and the lady's like, "You can go sit anywhere." And then I just turned around and I walked out.
No, you said, "Hi, can I just use the
yes.
ladies?"
And then I asked if I could use, I asked if I could use the bathroom. And then they were like, "So you should have bathed before you came here," which is an American thing. So I said, "No, I need to use the toilets." And then I fainted the toilet, and then I chased and Colby'd out of there. But the what I wanted to say about this before I side quested, what did I want to say? Can't comfortable shoes. Those must be comfortable shoes.
I bet you can walk all day in
I
those
bet
shoes.
you can walk all day in those shoes. Handles. So when you meet people, if you haven't figured out a handle, figure one out before you get there. My handle is Angus Shade. My wife's is Shella, like in artillery shell, because she's the bomb. Everyone has a handle. You're gonna meet a lot of Chris's and Frank's and George's and Claire's. Figure out a handle and let that be your identity there. It is more memorable. So remember that. I remembered my story. So I'm outside Caesars. I'm away to this RSA party. I'm standing there. There's a lady next to me, and it looks like she has a sandwich, like, you know, your mom used to wrap up in tinfoil. And she's unwrapping her tinfoil sandwich, and out comes a cell phone. And I said, sorry to bother, ma'am, why is your phone in tinfoil? And she said, no, one of the attendees in the conference said that she should put her phone in tinfoil so she doesn't get hacked. I then had a little giggle and I said, ma'am, you're probably okay just to put airplane mode on. I personally let my phone run the whole time. I made sure my Bluetooth turned off. But if you want to communicate with people, you're gonna need a phone. Yeah, at DEF CON, you're gonna meet all walks of life. It is very intimidating. If you think you're someone, you're gonna realize there that you are in fact someone, but you're not the big person you are. I do a lot of recruiting. I've met a lot of people. I've given talks here and there. I'm involved with B-Sides Cape Town, blah, blah, blah. When I was there, I met a few people that I knew personally from South Africa, but nobody knew who I was. So keep that in mind. What else did I want to say? Oh man, this is a mess. But we're just riffing. We're riffing on DEF CON. We'll go to Spa soon, okay? I think the key there is to be comfortable, plan ahead, and have fun, and learn all the things.
You're also taking it from someone that's almost 40, okay? These kids that are going nowadays, or the youngsters, or like in their 20s or 30s, they want to have they want to be tired. They want to go on 4 hours of sleep.
I'm going to change the description. DEF CON over 35.
They want to go see all the things. They want to walk all the walks, and they want to do all the dodgy stuff that Vegas has to offer. We're just doing it from a I don't know. Yeah,
I had a great time at DEF CON. I really wish I could do it again. I tried to attend the next year. That didn't work out. We'll talk about that another day. But have fun. Oh, and a last pro tip which I put earlier. If you're at Customs and Immigration, at CBP, when I ask you what is the purpose of your stay in America, say you are attending a conference. Not say you're there for work as in your work wants you to attend the conference. If you're on a business visa, say or your tourist visa, say you are attending a conference. Don't say anything else, because then you might get interrogated for 6 hours. I'm probably going to think of other things in post-editing, which is fine. We'll think about some more stuff. I think that covers it. This is going to be not fun to edit. You can edit it. Okay. And next time, the one that shall not be named will be in the video. Thank you.